here with Eric Horn inside the Peak after a blowout Thunder home loss, a rarity. It's been a long time. They lost by, I believe, 23 points tonight, 115-92 to the Cavs. LeBron James came in here and did what he's done a lot of times in here, which is dominate the game. But deeper than LeBron, the Cavs' depth, I thought, showed tonight. They really just outplayed the Thunder in so many areas, energy, kind of everything. Where, Russell Westbrook has a good game, but it doesn't matter. I mean, this was a Cavs blowout, really, from the second quarter on.
Yeah, I mean, once again, it exposed kind of the Thunder's depth issues. I mean, Richard Jefferson outscored the Thunder's bench, I think, by himself, and I don't know if it was the game, but the first half for sure. J.R. Smith is a guy that has had errant shot selection his entire career, and he hit 4 threes. I mean, really, the Cavs' depth showed. They beat him on the boards yet again, just like the previous game. And, I mean, it's another Thunder loss to a good team, and it's troubling.
We're talking depth. I mean, we really got to look at the shooting guard position right now.
Yeah.
Dion Waiters, who, if you look in January, he shoots 45% from three. He going into the All-Star break, he was playing good enough where there was a thought maybe he stays as a starter when Andre Robertson comes back.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been really bad out of the All-Star break. I think he went 0-7 against the Pacers the other night. And then today, I don't know, but he finished like 1 of 8 or something like that. He had a shot late, but this was a far worse game to me than the Pacers game because he was pressing. He traveled at one point. You could tell how frustrated he was. He was playing his former team. It was on national TV. A really bad showing from him. And then behind him, Andre Robertson was active tonight, which was a surprise to everyone, but didn't play. Randy Foye didn't play well off the bench. Kyle Singler's had his issues. It's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, you go and you see the Thunder acquire Randy Foye, and you think, this might be a guy that could help them contribute. And he came in tonight, and not to bag on a guy in his first game, but he didn't play very well. And Kyle Singler didn't get off the bench and play very well either. And this team needs Andre Robertson. As much as some people might not want to admit it, they need that guy so that maybe they can take some pressure off of Dion Waiters and he can go back to his previous role.
Well, I was going to say, they not only need Robertson, but they need Dion Waiters to play like he was pre-All-Star break. Or even, not that great, but not just, catastrophically bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was eye-poppingly bad tonight. But another last thing to hit on, I think, tonight was, I thought, the numbers aren't, completely skewed, but I thought LeBron really outplayed Durant tonight. And that's the marquee matchup, and you need him to at least play to a standstill. And LeBron got the advantage on him.
Yeah, Durant started pretty well on LeBron, but once LeBron got into a rhythm, he really started to control the game, not just with his scoring, but the way that he was setting up other guys too. He completely slowed the game down for the Cavs and made it seem like it was a really in control game for them on the road. So impressive performance from LeBron.
Yeah, 2-game road trip coming up for the Thunder. They go to Dallas, to New Orleans this week. A couple, they're tests, but they're not really tough games. But then back here Saturday night again on ABC against the Golden State Warriors. I'm interested to see how this next week goes, how they respond to this embarrassing loss in national TV at home, and how these next 3 games go, including the Warriors coming in here. So, but here's Billy Donovan, Kevin Durant.
We didn't know our star point guard was going to go down, but guys just picked it up. And, so it's a big road win for us in the sense of where we're trying to go after the break, and we handle business.
2 straight games where you've really run the physicality down. Is that becoming your identity again as a team?
It has to be. We have to bring the fight no matter who we're playing. It just makes us more focused when we're physical. We're more in tune, and that's 2 straight games we've been able to do that, and I think that needs to be our staple, and I think the guys know that. So it's not even a point of emphasis. We know when we go out there, we have to bring that.
Wouldn't like this prove anything to this team?
Well, Coach Lou's been harping on defensively. We need to get back to what we need to do. Obviously, it's been well documented us trying to push the pace more offensively. But he said, defensively we're going to make our mark, and what not better way to test that out versus a OKC team at home or Golden State or San Antonio. These guys that move the ball, share the ball, and play well so efficiently offensively. It's a good test for our defense tonight, and we passed that.
Since you've been back, most nights when you're playing an elite small forward, whoever the coach is likes to cross-match you to start. What are the ways that it helps this team when you start out a game picking up Kevin?
Well, it's whatever the coaches want. I mean, those guys do the scout report, and they're going to put me on who they want. And sometimes I'll take the matchup, but it's whatever. I think, for me personally, I've always taken the defensive side just as serious as the offensive side. So a guy like Kevin and so many great guys in our league, you can just try to make it tough on them. They're going to make shots. You know that. They're going to put pressure on your defense. But for me, I just want the offensive player to know that I'm going to be there every possession. With a contest, with scrap and crawl and whatever, I'm going to be very physical. And when they make shots, it's okay. We got to go to the other end.
LeBron, the other Kevin, your guys, he's been in a bit of a run.
You know, certainly, I thought coming out of the Indiana game, you know, really outside that last 2.5 minutes defensively, especially from the three-point line, I thought we really kind of played pretty well. This was, I think, what I've been working with these guys, and I think what we've been trying to work on is that consistency, which to me defensively there was not there tonight. You know, we gave up 62 points in the first half, and I thought to start the second half, we got back in the game with getting some stops, some consecutive stops. I think it was 66-62. They go on a run. We're missing some shots, and then I thought it really bled into our defense there in that third quarter. I think we only scored 20 points to their 34, and then pretty much from there they were able to really get way out in front, and it was an uphill climb from there. But I thought our defense, coupled with the fact, and I do think in that third quarter, our inability to make some shots definitely bled into it. And I think that's kind of the growth we need to make, is that when your offense is not there, and this has been a very explosive offensive team, but you're going to have nights where you don't perform very well offensively, and we did not perform great offensively tonight in terms of putting the ball in the basket. When I thought we had some fairly decent looks, we're going to have to be able to hang our hat on something defensively, and I didn't think our defense was at the level it needed to be at tonight.
They killed you on the glass for the second straight time.
Mm-hmm.
Was it an effort thing, especially on the glass?
Well, I think the one thing that is challenging with them is because Tristan Thompson's always on the weak side, and a lot of times you're having to pull over for some help. Being able to get back across the lane and get him is tough because he's constantly on the move. That's what he does. He's special at that. He's great at that. I thought there was some moments there where there was plenty of opportunity where, whether it be some lack of discipline or concentration, where we missed him, where we tried to go up and go get the ball and we gave him free runs. And I thought even when we got some stops, that those second shots hurt us, because I thought our first shot defense in that third quarter was pretty good to help us get back, but some of their offensive rebounding really hurt us.
This team hasn't got blasted at home in a long time like this. What was the post-game mood in the locker room?
Well, these guys are competitive. You know, they want to obviously play well and win every game. That's just the way they are. With that being said, I think the way the second half of our schedule is set up with the teams that we're going to play, I think the more adversity our team faces, I think the better, because I think that that's really the only true way to really come together, rise above it, and be all we can be. And I think when you're going against the teams that we're going to be playing against, we're going to be challenged in these situations, and we've got to be able to, when the game's maybe not going our way, or things are getting a lot harder, or things are getting more challenging and difficult, we've got to be able to hang our hat on stuff that we know we can control. We can't always control the ball going in the basket. Sometimes we can play good defense, and we can. They may make shots against our defense, but I thought that first half, the amount of layups we gave up, coupled with the three-point line, that made it very challenging. But we're going to have to, in those moments where we're not great on offense, where we got to be able to hang our hat on some defense.
You got to dig down deep, man. We got to, X's and O's and schemes and shoot-arounds and practices. That shit's out the window. You got to dig down deep and decide what you want to do. That's everybody.
Kevin, did you see anything out there that wasn't in the scouting report? Were they running any plays that you sort of guys weren't overly prepared for, or was it just a matter of reacting?
No, I mean, they got some free throw line, they made threes. They ran the same play the third quarter, and we ran the same play the whole quarter. LeBron James in the pick and roll, trying to get the mismatch. And, guys we fouled them a lot. They made threes. J.R. Smith hit some big threes for them.
Can the game boil down to just a matter of making shots? Is it a matter of just going in aggressively and just sometimes it doesn't fall for you guys?
Yeah, sometimes. But they made shots we did. They stayed. It's not like they kept us in the paint. They got 42 points in the paint out of 113. So either threes, tough twos, and free throws. That's how they beat us.
Was it a major energy difference between the teams today?
No, I don't think so. They made shots on us, and they got what they wanted on offense. They want the energy thing.
When you say dig down deep, can you go deeper about that?
No, I can't go deeper.
What do you take from this going forward, or do you take anything from this?
Just keep growing, just keep getting better. Practice tomorrow. We got another game coming up here soon, so just keep working. That's all we can do.
Anybody else?
Is it tougher to sort of swallow these losses at home versus on the road? I know you guys like playing here and you like this crowd, but it's also a loss for you guys.
No, I mean we're not gonna go home and think it's the end of the world, man. We lost a game against a good team. We got to regroup and figure out what we need to do better and move on. It's a regular season.
You notice anything different about the way either you guys played or they played when they went on that big run, I guess?
They just played more aggressive. They made some shots. We didn't make much. We got in transition, got some easy buckets.
They went on a run right after your monster dunk in transition. At that point in time, did you kind of feel like, all right, we're about to make a push here?
I thought we came out at halftime with a good mindset. Came out with some stops, got on transition. They just weathered the storm and made more shots than we did.
Plus 40% from the field. What were they doing defensively on you guys?
We missed some open shots. I think we didn't get the amount of shots we wanted. Defensively, they did a good job of trying to take us out of our sets.
A loss like this at home is very rare for you guys. How concerning is just this performance today?
No, we're not concerned. It's the reason why it's rare. It doesn't really happen. Not a concern. We'll be back and get ready to go to Dallas.
Did you react the same way that Kevin just did? It's just one game and move on?
Yeah, I don't know how Kevin reacted, but yeah, get ready for the next game. That's a great thing about the NBA. You get a chance to play in the next 2 days. So.
Anybody else for us?